It's 11 a.m. You've been awake for 2 hours. Your to-do list is sitting on your phone, 3 feet away. You know exactly what you need to do. You even want to do it. And yet, you haven't moved. If your first thought right now is, "I'm just lazy," pause on that. Because what you're describing isn't laziness. It has a name. It's called freeze mode. And it's not a character flaw. It's a nervous system event. Maybe it's the email you've meant to send for 3 days. Maybe it's the dishes that have been sitting since Tuesday. From the outside, it looks like avoidance. From the inside, it feels like trying to lift a car with your bare hands. Your brain says, go. Your body says, no. And the gap between the two is where the shame lives. Here's the cruel part. The worse you feel about not doing the thing, the harder it becomes to do the thing. Shame doesn't motivate a frozen nervous system. It just makes the freeze colder. The pile grows. The guilt grows. And somehow, knowing all of this doesn't change anything, because willpower was never the missing ingredient. So let's retire that word, lazy, for the next few minutes and replace it with something more accurate, frozen. Let's talk about what that actually means, why your body does it, and exactly how to thaw. Your nervous system has exactly one job: keep you alive. And it has a small toolbox of responses to do that. You've probably heard of fight and flight. Your body either confronts a threat or runs from it. But there's a third option, older and far less talked about: freeze. In nature, freeze shows up when fighting is hopeless and running is impossible. An animal going still under a predator's shadow, because stillness is the only option left. It's not weakness. It's a calculated, automatic survival strategy, wired in long before any of us had a brain capable of overriding it. You're not being hunted by a predator, but your body doesn't always know the difference between a threat in the wild and a packed inbox, an overdue project, a hard conversation, a wall of notifications. To a nervous system that's already overloaded, these can register as the same kind of danger. And the same ancient response kicks in. Researchers who study this call it polyvagal theory. It describes your nervous system as constantly scanning for safety beneath your conscious awareness. When it senses safety, you're calm and able to think clearly. When it senses danger, you can fight or escape. You get keyed up, anxious, wired, irritable. But when it senses danger, you cannot escape. It pulls the emergency brake. That's freeze. And the brake doesn't ask your permission. Here's what's happening inside. The alarm center of your brain sounds the threat signal. And when that alarm is loud enough, it temporarily overrides the part responsible for planning, starting tasks, and making decisions. That's not a metaphor. Brain scans show reduced activity in that planning region during high-stress states. You're not choosing to be unproductive. Part of your brain is, quite literally, offline. There's a chemical piece, too. Chronic stress drains dopamine, the molecule responsible for that let's go feeling before you start something. Without enough of it, tasks don't feel neutral. They feel like pushing against a wall that doesn't exist for anyone else. This is why people in freeze can often handle small, low-stakes actions, scrolling, snacking, but feel physically incapable of starting the big thing. It's not contradiction. It's chemistry. Think of it like a smoke alarm that's a little too sensitive. going off for burnt toast the same way it would for an actual fire. Your stress response is doing the same thing, treating an email like a predator. The alarm isn't broken. It's calibrated for a world that doesn't exist anymore, which means we can't yell at the alarm to stop. We have to change what it's responding to. So if shame doesn't get you unfrozen and willpower doesn't get you unfrozen, what does? The honest answer: you don't think your way out of freeze. You have to signal safety to your body first. Here are 5 ways to actually do that. First, move, even slightly. Animals discharge stress physically. A dog shakes after a stressful encounter. Roll your shoulders, shake out your hands, stand up and sit back down. This isn't exercise, it's a signal. Small, repetitive movement tells your nervous system the danger has passed and it's safe to come back online. Second, lengthen your exhale. Breathe in for 4 counts, out for 8. The long exhale is one of the few direct levers you have on this system. It tells your body, specifically, that it's safe enough to power back down from high alert. Third, shrink the task until it's almost laughably small. Not clean the kitchen, just put 1 cup in the sink. Not write the report, just open the document. Freeze responds to overwhelm, so the goal isn't motivation. It's finding a step so small your nervous system doesn't flag it as a threat at all. Fourth, drop the drill sergeant voice. Talk to yourself the way you'd talk to a friend who's overwhelmed, not a soldier who's failing. Self-compassion isn't softness for its own sake. Research consistently links it to faster recovery from stress states. Harsh self-talk keeps the alarm ringing. Kindness is one of the few things that can turn it down. And fifth, before you plan your day, check your state. Not, what should I get done? But, where is my nervous system right now? That single question changes everything you do next, because the plan that works when you're calm will backfire completely when you're frozen. So the next time you catch yourself frozen, staring at the thing you can't start, try swapping the question. Instead of, why am I so lazy? Ask, what does my body need to feel safe enough to move? That single shift in framing is often the first real step out of freeze. If this helped you understand your own stuck moments a little better, subscribe. We break down one nervous system pattern like this every week.